Appreciate you.
All right, guys. On your left, freshman Evan Stinson. On your right, Ryan Agarwal. Career high 10 points today for Stinson.
Yeah, Stins.
Little game winner.
Right. Can you just talk a little bit about that final shot?
Yeah, man. So the play was actually for Oziah, but he was getting denied. I don't think we had a timeout left at the end.
No, sir.
No, we didn't. So had to get it in, got it to Aiden. He handed it right back, went down the right side, got jammed up a little bit, brought it back, and then it was just downhill from there. Kind of just trying to go make a play, used my size and my bump to my advantage downhill, and kind of moved while I was in air to get the shot off, and saw that thing go in. And my first thought was get back on defense. No time to celebrate. And then it was kind of confusing because there was like a whistle blown, but we didn't know. But man, I blacked out after that. Man, it was just a fun moment, man. So yeah.
Tell me kind of your reaction to the final shot they took.
Oh man, let me tell you, man. That's whoever set up the rim today, that's on him, because if that thing is 1 inch to the left or 1 inch to the right, whatever it was, man, that thing's cash. And looking at it, I was under the hoop and it looked good, man. Most of the times you can tell if a shot's going in or not. And if I had to bet my money, it looked like it was going in. So, we got blessed. They got a good shot. They have a great coach, and they ran a good play. And, we just made just enough plays to get it done. So.
Can you talk about the baby at the end there?
I honestly didn't really see that too much, but Maxime, I guess, had a little strength left over after the game, and got the kid rolling. So, but yeah, no, man, that's just what our team's about: enjoying the crowd, having fun, not taking anything too seriously. So.
Evan, just thought your performance today. It was a couple of threes, I think, and just kind of had a very strong performance for you. What kind of got into this one?
Yes, sir. My teammates were just finding me everywhere, and I was confident enough to take a couple shots and thank the Lord that went in today. So, yeah, it was great.
I just want to say one thing real quick. This is Evan's first one, so just so y'all know, this is a big moment for him, and he really deserves this. I just want to put that out there, man. He's worked really hard this year, just so y'all know. So, I just wanted to congratulate him on that and let you guys know that as well.
Appreciate you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Evan, can you just talk a little bit about this entire freshman class and what they're doing this year, getting a good amount of minutes, and the future for this program?
It's been fun. We got 5 of us. We just show up every day, work our tails off. Don't know always when our number's going to be called, but when we do come in, we try and go 110%, try and get more minutes, try and please the coaches, try and please our teammates. Just knowing that down the road this is going to be our team, but right now we're just finding everybody and finding all of our roles.
What was kind of the message from Coach at halftime? You guys were down by 4 or whatever. What was kind of the message right there?
We had to stop turning over. That was a big one. Had a couple early turnovers, kind of got us rattled a little bit at the start. But that was a really big part in our second half. Only 1 turnover really led us to the win there.
Ryan, can you talk a little bit about, a team only shooting 4 for 12 from 3, but still being able to escape with the win? Just talk about, kind of the other aspects of the game and making up for that shooting stuff.
100%. I mean, we try to pride ourselves on defense, and obviously with the head of our snake, Jalen, out, it's next man up, like we always say. And when our threes aren't falling, we kind of got to rely on other stuff, and that includes defense, that includes rebounding, that includes just making the right play. So obviously threes do help, when you're knocking them down, but when they're not going, you kind of got to find another way, and we did that tonight. So.
How do you feel about Evan's performance and his kind of filling the roles that were kind of missed, because he stepped up in a big moment?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, nah, man, it's just fun to sit back and watch this guy. I roomed with him in over December break when we're not on campus. We have to stay in a hotel, and I roomed with him. I learned a lot from him. Always brings great energy. At the end of the day, like down or up with the team, he's very consistent in bringing good energy, and I think everyone on our team notices that. And it's just fun to see someone like that succeed and do, I know how it is as a freshman. There's so many ups and downs, and I know how high those highs feel, and I know how low those lows feel. And the fact that he doesn't really show those lows, but he embraces the highs, and that's what I really love about this guy. And I have a lot to learn from him, and it's super cool, just being able to sit next to him at this podium and doing things that I know he's dreamed of. So it's a really cool thing to see.
What was it like for you, Ryan, to play against former teammate McConnell?
Man, it's fun, man. I mean, obviously, you know, I usually don't play point guard, but today with JB and Benny out, so OC was on me. So it was fun. It seemed like, you know, back in the day when I was playing scout team and we were going against the red team, and, you know, OC was obviously starting and stuff. And so it was kind of like those days. We're just going at it. And, you know, it was super fun. I got to see his dad before the game. And it's just cool, you know, to play in these environments against people, you know. And, yeah, it was really fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, just kind of any thoughts on the coming road trip? You guys got Georgia Tech, and then after that, of course, you got Duke. But just kind of thoughts on those pair of games coming up for you?
Yeah.
Those environments, yeah. How fun is that going to be?
It's going to be super fun. So this is our what number road trip? 4?
Third, third ACC one, yeah.
Yeah, we've been figuring it out along the way. The first couple, you know, there's been bumps and bruises along the way, but I think, like, with, you know, those long plane rides and everything, but I think we're dialed in now, so we're going to go down there and take care of business.
Yeah. I think one thing I was going to say is hopefully we'll kind of get guys back a little bit flowing, and now also the confidence of the guys that stepped up. I mean, you know, we're going to have a bigger, deeper roster than we did before, just with having everyone healthy and then the confidence high. So in a good way, we can look at this opportunity as a bright side, you know, with having guys down because other guys played roles and stepped up. And now, you know, you put those guys in situations they're ready for it. So.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
NC State's up next.
Hey, thank you.
All right, head coach Kyle Smith. Coach, will you open with a statement?
Yeah, that was. I thought it was a tremendous program win for us with having, you know, without Jalen, without Benny, really short on ball handling, and knowing that NC State understood that, and they brought pressure for 40 minutes, and we weathered it and did a great job second half with only one turnover, and just had a lot of individual step up. And with Ryan, you know, 8 assists, 2 turnovers, playing de facto point guard, made the big shot, winning shot, and he's playing sick a little bit, and you could see it. And just Chiz, our bench played great. You know, and I told our team, I said they have 7 guys, I think, on that roster that were on the Final Four team. So they've been kind of snake bit and playing tough games, and they got good players that got the DNA of what it takes to win. And really the numbers are not much different statistically than Wake, like as far as if you believe in net rankings and Ken Palm and stuff like that. So it's like trying to, our guys respect it, and then Max just played an incredible second half, and it was great.
Can you talk about that final shot by Agarwal?
You know, it was just, we told them we're down 1 with 14 seconds, and really they took away Ozai. I said, Ozai, go, if we get it, clear it. They're going to figure them bring man pressure. And just go downhill, Ozai, kind of what Jalen did, and see, you know, I think you get a stop and pop at worst and crash. And they took away Ozai. Ryan got it, and he did the same. And he just kept going and kind of stepped through there and made it happen. And I'm not sure if my timeout was the right call, but I think they might have called one. But we called timeout, set our defense, and then we got very fortunate. The kid that made the pass and the guy that shot the last play, incredible poise. I thought with 4 seconds, he, you know, went kind of like top of the key, drove down the lane, and then kicked it out. And then I saw it coming. I was like, uh-oh. And we were very fortunate. They made a great attempt there.
What was the key to Maxime's second half success?
You know what? They did a great job of just blowing up him trying to start the offense. We were just trying to save our guards and and we were. That wasn't pretty at the first start of the game, just the speed and their pressure bothers, which normal. And then we just made a concerted effort to get the ball into him from different angles. And like I said, it worked. I don't know. He was, and we got Ward down, and we got Middlebrooks in foul trouble. It helped a lot. But I think it was a pretty good whistle, I thought. You were very, you know, as far as like both ways, like they were putting their drives, or they shot 26 free throws. So I thought, and we're doing our deal, and Maxime has to work hard, and I think we just Ryan did a good job. We put in a lot of middle ball screens so we could find a way to get it in there to him. Chiz found him on a deep post catch, and we hung in there.
Can you talk about Evan Stinson's performance?
I'm just proud of him, man. He kind of got caught out of the rotation. Didn't play great against Wake. He got beat a couple times defensively, and Anthony got the opportunity and did a great job and gave us a chance to win. You know, just freshman being freshman, and he helped on the ball handling. He doesn't, you know, like we were playing with Jalen and Donovan, And Maxime in that front court it's fine, but without a point guard, it's tricky. So playing him at like small forward and that gave us an extra shooter, an extra ball handler, and he's got a good feel. So kind of got to tell him sometimes, give him permission. It's okay, knock it down. He did in a big way. The one he was kind of end of the clock, that was a big one for him. Like I've seen that kid obviously play a lot from being where he's from. So he's been a good player in like those situations. So it's nice to see that happen at the next level.
Just talk about Donovan Young. Just kind of how is he doing health-wise? He's totally healthy.
He's a little gimpy, but he's a tough guy, man. It's nice to have one of those. What do you have? How many blocks? You just only had one block? Seemed like you had a call. They'd call the foul on one other. But just that he made a big defensive play when forced to travel on or travel or jump ball. I can't remember in my mind. But I just know Styles was trying ISOs in Donovan. He spun it, and he hit the ground, and it just kind of bounced off Donovan. It's just nice to have one of those guys. It's nice to have one of those guys where people bounce off our guy. He's just got a confident swagger about him on that side of the ball, and just love coaching him.
Just curious. Yeah, just curious. Any of the timeline for Blake's review?
I think we're really close on Jalen. I think I expect him. I don't want to. Hopefully for Georgia Tech, and I think Benny should be okay too. So that'd be helpful, but it'll be a little harder to integrate him. They missed a lot of time in doing that 3 games for Jalen, and hopefully have him back. But that was nice to get that win.
How do you think it was beneficial for your team that even though they were out, several players stepped up and they were able to play bigger roles than they did before because of Jalen Blake's and Vancouver being out? They had to adjust, and it kind of showed that there is more depth than we've already seen.
Yeah, I've been saying it. I don't know if anyone believed me. I said we don't have any bad players, really don't. But there's a big difference between being a good player and practice. That's what I hate. Is like you really can't, as they say, split the baby. Like Jalen Thompson's a good player, but I kind of have to pick who we're going to play, and it's been Chisholm and Chisholm and Donovan kind of have had those minutes, and but he has made good plays for us, and so anytime it makes them feel better about their hard efforts. I can't tell you how I've never had a team that shows up like guys that have scout team. There's been probably 8 or 9 have been scout team different times, and they get there half hour before practice. None of them ever rolls their eyes or thinks they're too good to do this. And like Evan might have been scout team today. I'm pretty sure he was. It's easier when you're a freshman, but for guys like that, it builds confidence and to be rewarded a little bit, and the winning really helps too. Like we played at SMU, some guys, they earned it. We were banged up and guys got played, but it's different when you're down 20, though they played well, than actually play in a really competitive situation and help a team win.
Jalen Thompson got the start again today. Also, his only bucket was a 3.
Yeah.
That obviously was big. For the stat sheet.
Everything's big.
But just talk about what has he done to kind of earn that start to the start?
He has a little bit. It's more like Chisholm's been. I like where Chisholm is off the bench, and Donovan, in that role, and just we're out is like he's more of a perimeter guy. We're just out of. I didn't think Evan or Anthony are really ready, and Jalen gives us a long, rangy athlete that it's been playing well. So, like I said, he's been getting stronger. He's a really quiet guy and understated, but big heart, and our guys really respect him, and I do too, and I love what he's about. And it could be 14 minutes as a starting role. That's fine. Get us started right and hit that shot, and he's just getting better. He's like I said, he hadn't played a lot in 2 years. I said, Ryan, I told Agarwal before the year, I said, man, you missed last year. No redshirt. Everyone thinks, it's healthy. The redshirt's healthy in a sense, but there's a rust you got to knock off. Boom, you got to do it. And, a moment like tonight will be huge for Ryan moving forward. And he's a really good shooter. It's going to happen. He's going to start making, it helps in the threes, but he's just a really good offensive skilled player that he's kind of going through it as he gets, hopefully he can do it at the end of this year. That'd be great. But I would even think an off season and that, like he's just going to keep blossoming, growing. And tonight had to be huge, huge confidence for him.
Awesome. Thanks,
All righty. I can ramble.